Welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. So just like in the last video, I think, in the last video, like in the narration, basically I messed it all up and I had to get rid of like the first, I don't know, half of that video of the narration. The actual video itself was fine, so that's good. But I had to get rid of like half the narration or something like that. In this video, I did have to get rid of some of the narration, but it's only 50 seconds, so I'm just talking right now to replace that 50 seconds I had to take out. But luckily, this is the last of the narration that got messed up because it's the last of the narration in general. So, I'll be able to start recording more narration for more videos and get more out after, in about 2 seconds. So the narration I was able to keep this video is going to start now. But basically, it's what I was talking about that I didn't finish is Josh Whedon Wonder Woman script. Some people think it's sexist. I doubt it. I also took the last bit of the episode talking about the Tintin comics and that people said they were racist, or at least that particular issue was racist. Maybe it was, but I think it got censored, and basically. Even if it was racist, I think that maybe it was an overreaction to censor it. So I wasted some of the time talking about that. In any event, so basically, because the thing I mentioned is, Josh Whedon is going to be doing the Batgirl movie and the Justice League movie, and I'm really excited about that. I don't know if there was someone else lined up for Batgirl first or how that happened, but Zack Snyder was gonna do Justice League, but for different reasons he can't. Although it's kind of tragic, why, and I don't really read headlines, so I have to piece it together. I don't really read articles, but it's tragic why, but at the same time, I am kind of excited he's not going to be doing it, although I assume he's already done most of it, or some of it. I don't know how far they're into, because I don't really follow it, but, I don't really follow any of the DC movies, the progresses and all that kind of stuff, but still, I'm glad Josh Whedon will come in and finish it at least. But with the whole thing with the Wonder Woman script he did, which I do really want to read, and because I don't know anything he did that I've watched that I don't like, so I'm sure it's an excellent script, and I'd love to read it. But I'm lazy, so I might not get around to it. But basically, like, some of the sentiment is, and Wonder Woman was done by a female director, and bloody good job for it because she did a great job, and that worked out really well. And that movie was the highest-grossing movie, I think, by a female director. So it worked out. It was a good decision. But the sentiment that some people have is that if it's a female lead, it always needs a female director, which I think is really, that's rubbish. Anyone who thinks that is a Pollock, which is a fun word to use. But because, and here's part of the thing too. And I don't think I think Batgirl will be perfectly fine with Josh Whedon doing it. I think Wonder Woman would have been perfectly fine with Josh Whedon doing it as well. But the director they chose worked out because it was a great movie. It was like a relief watching that movie. It was really, because now it was like breathing life into the DCCU. The DCCU was plummeting fast, but now there's hope for the future, right? Part of the whole thing with female leads needing female director, something I thought about is the Ghostbusters movie, like the reboot, which I loved. I know a lot of people hated it, but I liked it. I think it's a better movie if you don't try to take it as a movie that's trying to prove something, and you just take it as a movie, for the pure entertainment value, which I think it was the same kind of humor as the old movies. I think it was pretty good. But and actually, by the way, to that point, I'll just say I did see an a headline, and again, I didn't read the article, but I saw a headline saying that the Ghostbusters movie needed to prove that black women could be scientists too. Well, no, they didn't need to prove anything. They just needed to be entertaining. That's a dumb article. Why would I read that? I'm not an idiot. I don't know what could possibly compel me to click on that. But really, they didn't need to prove anything. It's a better movie if you watch it and without considering it as something that's proving something. If you just say, well, it's three women, they're scientists, whatever, it's not proving anything, it would just, that's normal. Women are scientists in real life, right? I don't know what the ratio is of male scientists to female scientists. I don't know, but I do know that women do become scientists, so fair enough. But just because, if they made the black character a scientist, that would have been a token character. Like, if it was just to prove that black people could become scientists, like, don't make a black character a scientist just to prove something. Make a black character a scientist if you want to, but it wouldn't have made sense because Winston from the first Ghostbusters was not a scientist. You need a non-scientist character, and making it the black character makes it more in line with the movies, the first two, but and also by making the black person not a scientist, what you're saying is that it's so normal for black people to become scientists. Like it's so okay. We're so okay with this that we don't need to go ahead and prove it. We can just assume that it happens. We don't need to prove it because it's totally fine. It's totally normal. No one's worried about it. No one's going to say, you're black, get out. It's all good, right? My throat is really starting to hurt. It's a good thing I'm not doing anything after this video, like any other narration, because my throat's starting to kill me. But basically, with the Ghostbuster reboot, though, with the all-female lead, it was done by a male director. I think if it wasn't, then I'm going to feel like an idiot, but I'm about 99% sure that it was a male director, and my throat it hurts on the outside too, as that happens. But if it was done by a female director, it probably would have been male characters, yeah? Like, it was only because, this particular director, I think I saw something, he's more or less only comfortable, or he's more comfortable working with female leads, like doing that kind of movie. He's more experienced with that kind of stuff. He's better at that kind of stuff, so he kind of is trying to do what he knew, so to speak, which some people said, well, if you can only do that, then you shouldn't really be directing the movie, which I don't know if someone else did it, if it would have been better or worse, but so I won't comment. But if we got a female director, it probably would have still been the male leads. So in that sense, with saying that female leads need a female director, in this case, the only reason we got female leads in the Ghostbusters reboot is because of the particular director we got. I think, unless there was some other reason, maybe the studio wanted it, and I just wasn't aware. But a different director probably still would have got male lead. So I think it's kind of a moot point. Male directors can be better at directing females than males. So that's a moot point, and I'm sure a female director could be better at directing men than women. But at the same time, it's you're less likely to see that, I think, just because there's less female directors, so you're less likely to see anything with female directors, any kind of particular trait. That's a bad way of explaining it. I don't know. You know what I mean, though? Like, since there's less female directors, there's less female directors, I guess, is what I'm saying. And so, you don't, if you wanted to pick out particular unique attributes that, like, you could see male directors and say, well, this male director has this attribute, this one has this attribute. Since there's, like, much more male directors, you're going to see a wider variety of attributes. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. But yeah, which is too bad. I don't see why there couldn't be more female directors. I don't know what the you know, if there's you know what the difference is, but I think it's quite a lot. I'm not sure. Um, okay, my throat is starting to seize up. This is awful. I don't know if you can tell it in my voice, but yeah, it's starting to seize up. Oh man, but yeah, I did like Ghostbusters. I mean, I liked the fight scene at the end. Well, not really a fight scene. Well, kind of a fight scene. I don't know. The scene at the end when they were shooting all the ghosts. I don't know. I liked, the metal scene. I liked the scene where I think was someone thrown out the window there. I think they were all someone was thrown out the window. Yeah, I liked there's nothing really. There's no real part about it that I could complain about. I liked all of it. But yeah, and I kind of wish that it was set after the events of the first two Ghostbusters movie. That's my only complaint. But and I wish they called it Ghostbusters 3, because I hate when they call the names of stuff the names of previous stuff. But that's okay. I really did like the Wonder Woman movie too. I don't always like the whole Greek god stuff. Like I don't mind in the Marvel universe, the Norse gods. Like that's not as I don't know. I just don't like the Greek gods in comics. It's like a random thing. I'd rather it be like something like aliens or whatever else. I don't care. But I really liked it, and like the whole scene where she was fighting, the god Ares. I was thinking to myself, don't spoil anything, but it's not really spoilers. But it was set in World War I, which was kind of a neat change. It doesn't matter. Like I would have been just as happy with World War II, but it was a change, and change is sometimes good, just for the sake of change, right? Just to see something different. I just took a little sip of water. I don't think it helped. It was an Israeli played, a Wonder Woman, which obviously that's upset certain parts of the world, but I think she did a great job, and I don't have a particularly high opinion of people who would be upset because an Israeli played a character in a movie. To be honest, I'm just trying to think what else to say about it. I don't really know what else. And I don't want to move on to a new topic because I think the last couple of videos I've been starting topics that I haven't been able to finish. So I don't want to keep doing that. I want to finish up what I'm saying, which is a very, very good reason why I want to, why I need to record or narrate while I record, Drink some more water. Didn't help. Again. What is up with my throat? I'm gonna have to go find some throat medicine, but it's weird because it's not my throat, it's my neck. It's not actually my throat. My throat feels fine. It's my neck. It's my actual neck. It's not my throat, it's my neck. It's the actual outside that hurts, I think. It's like the bones are sore. It's not the actual inside. It's so weird. Ugh. I'll take some cough medicine anyways, but I don't know. But if I narrate it while I play, then I could just talk and talk and talk, and then I could just stop when I was done talking. So that would work out. I only have I think of the footage, because all this footage is really old. So of the really old footage, I think I only have about a couple hours left after this video, and then not even that probably. And then I have newer footage. I don't know how much of that I have, but I have newer footage. And once I get through that, I can start narrating while I play. All right, 30 seconds left. That's not too bad. Hopefully there'll be an update soon for this game. They're doing this whole thing with tapes and teasing stuff out, but hopefully they'll do an actual update and add some cool stuff in, and then by the time I'm done uploading everything and I'll start playing again, I'll be able to play the update. Alright, 8 seconds left, so I'm going to do the outro. So if you like the video, please give it a like and have a great rest of your day.